This is Nancy Jean, and it is the 6th day of our 9-day candle lighting extravaganza. And so I'm going to put the camera down on the candles. We're going to light them one at a time. And this time we're going to light all the way up to 6. It's 5, and here is 6. And so today I'm going to talk about duality. And actually, this is the rock I ended up picking. It's light and dark. It's white and the black. This is a mineral that's in the stone. When this grows up through the volcanoes, it creates this little flower. These things are called chrysanthemum stones. They also are called, you can find them in short flat versions where they have lines on them that look like someone painted white lines on it. And those are called Chinese writing stones. They're not, I mean, the whole stone contains what's there. One of the things that I get a lot of talk, I get a lot of comments when I teach tarot, and they're going, okay, we all love the money, we all love the pentacles, yay, that's how our values and how we live. We all want growth in our life. We want things to change. We want them to blossom and come forward. And of course, there's the cups, which are love and emotion and all that wonderful stuff. And the people say, I really love those suits. Those suits are so great. How come you have the swords? And the swords get kind of a bad rap because swords actually also mean intellect and your mind. But just think about it. If we lived in a world where everything floated along with a great amount of love, everything grew just the way we wanted it to, and we had all the money and everything around us that we wanted, we'd never be pressured to change. We'd just be sort of stuck in the mud. So then the swords show up, and the swords stick us in the rear and move us onward. And part of that also is what we're studying and looking at these candles is our intentions to bring to the light the garden, the intentions you've brought forward that you've been thinking about, that are the things you want to have grow in the next year, that what means prosperity to you. That's what these 9 candles are about. And it's really true. You know, all stars are born in the darkness, and the darkness dies in their light. You need both to be able to live in the world. You need both the light and the dark. And that's kind of the duality of our existence. So when I was going to pick a card from the Inner Child card deck today to talk about, I got the 6 of Mermaids and the 6 of Hearts. And that's really about sharing and acting cooperatively. But it really means, when you read these cards in the right order, it says, there's an ancient belief that storks and heralds brought all kinds of new life. They frequented ponds and marshes. This card has something, in this card, something holy is occurring. 5 mermaids are joining each other and rising out of the sea. The 6th mermaid is flying with the stork, offering spiritual lifeline in the ecstasy. The 5 emerge from the dark ocean to come into the light, which is what we're doing right now. It says this is a time for us to have healing and resolution of conflict with loved ones, and to understand the duality of our life, that the only way we can move forward is to heal from where we are, to understand the darkness, to understand the things that may have made us uncomfortable, and to move forward. So it happens in the tarot. You can watch it if you read the cards consecutively. It happens in the numbers. The card right before the 6 of hearts, in this case the 6 of cups, is the 5 of cups. And in the 5 of cups, there's usually a person with 3 things that have been spilt, broken, or are no longer useful or effective. And they're mourning over that. And instead of turning around and going towards the light and healing, they're focused on what they don't have. So when that card's reversed, it means a person's past that and they're not healing, they're not mourning anymore, they're being able to heal and move on. And it's by loss that we learn what is valuable and we learn how to move forward. It's like what makes the stone fascinating is the light that's bursting out of the dark. But we wouldn't see that light if there wasn't the dark. And that's kind of the duality that you see in a lot of different things. The other quote I kind of like about light and dark is, every planet that surrounds us is half dark and half light, and we are much the same. And I think that's true for us. And so we need to understand the dark. It's not necessarily evil. It's not so wrong. It's just a part of who we are. And I'm hoping that as we learn in the garden, we can learn to cultivate our understanding of our light side and also the understanding of our darker side. The other cards that obviously mean light and dark in the tarot are the sun, which when the sun shows up in my readings, it means yes, and everything's going to be going great. And the more sunlight that shines on in a board, a reading that I'm doing, the more that a person's going to be gaining and learning from it. The moon is the dark, and it is the part, and matter of fact, I have one tarot deck called the Hillbilly Tarot, where the moon is actually, the drawing on it is an outhouse. And that's kind of where the moon is where we go, take all that stuff we don't want to carry with us anymore. We hide it in the dark. But sometimes you can't hide it in the dark, and sometimes you need to understand what it is, like the 5 of Cups. You need to understand what has spilled, what has gone, and what we have gained, and what we still have. So that's light and dark. And since today is we're moving clearly into the brighter, brighter light. And I'm going to blow the candles out, even though someone said you're supposed to snuff them out because you're not supposed to blow them out, but I blow them out. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to thank you all for coming again to the garden to visit with me today. And yes, we have 3 more days of candles, and then we're going to go into some other stuff. There'll be a little bit of crystals, a little bit of cards in every one of those days. And if you have questions or comments, please send them on to me. Please subscribe, like, and share. I can't tell you how much that really kind of helps me. My channel's growing by leaps and bounds. I understand. I have no idea how they're supposed to grow, but it's growing. We're doing really well. And I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to seeing you in the future and having us all bridge our way to the 9 candles. And on the 9th day, you don't have to watch me blow them out. I just let them all burn down. Thanks so much for your time and your attention. Appreciate you coming by today.